I will not know him as memory private. My name is Shahzadi, foundation level student at Rehan School Islamabad, Barakahu Campus. So let's start our Maya session. Hi Maya, how are you?
Back already. I'm still doing great. What's up?
I'm good. How's your Thursday going?
It's been a blast so far, though I'm not sure how much more Thursday can actually improve.
Okay, so Maya, let's start with my topic.
I'm ready. What's the topic for today?
What's the matter? The root of concern.
The root of concern. That's a heavy one. I'm ready whenever you are. What do you want to dig into first?
So I asked my first question.
Shoot.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. What's the matter mean?
The word matter is kind of a shapeshifter. Depending on how you use it, it means different things. Most of the time, when we ask what's the matter, we're treating it as a noun. In that case, it basically means the situation or the problem. It's like asking, what is the issue here? And you have it as a verb where it means to be important. Like if you say it doesn't matter, you're saying it isn't important. Which one were you thinking of?
So why do
Makes
people
sense.
use this phrase?
It's basically a social bridge. Instead of just asking what's wrong, which can feel a bit accusatory, what's the matter is a softer way to notice something is off and let the other person know you're paying attention. It gives them a chance to open up on their own terms. It's almost like saying, you're struggling, and I'm here if you want to talk about it. What else are you curious about with this one?
Maya, I am confused in this topic. Uh, the one issues you ask the words the matter. Why?
I get why it's confusing. Think of it like a label. Instead of saying the problem or the situation, we use the matter as a shorthand. Saying, what is the specific thing that is happening right now? Does that click a bit more?
So my next question: where do people usually? Yes, you
Do you want to
ask,
keep?
I say. You ask, I listen.
Got it. You're the student today. All right, let's switch it up since you're bringing this back to your students. Imagine a kid walks into your classroom looking totally defeated. If you ask, what's the matter versus what happened, how do you think that changes the vibe of the conversation?
Okay. When do people usually say what's the matter?
People usually lean on that phrase when they notice a shift in someone's energy. Like if a friend suddenly goes quiet mid sentence, or someone walks into a room with a face that just screams, I've had a terrible day. It's basically our go to whenever the vibe changes and we want to figure out why.
Okay. Is what's the matter an expression of concern?
Wait, did you mean the expression of concern? I suspect the word cancer, a little slip of the tongue, or a typo from the transcription. Are you asking where this expression of concern is used?
Maya, what's the matter is like what's the matter
Still
is a
here.
different word. The expression of concern means.
Wait, I want to make sure I've actually got this. Are you asking what the whole phrase, the expression of concern, actually means? Basically, it's just a fancy way of saying, showing that you care. So when you ask what's the matter, you are expressing concern for that person.
Okay. So, what does the word matter mean in the phrase?
Oh, like when someone's face just tells the whole story before they even open their mouth. When we say what's the matter based on someone's face, we're usually saying a few specific things. Maybe their eyebrows are pinched together, their shoulders are slumped, or they just have that distant look in their eyes. It's like the face is sending a signal that something is wrong. And the phrase is just our way of asking for the translation. Do your students usually show what's the matter on their faces, or are they good at hiding it?
Does matter have the same meaning in science?
Total opposite. In science, it's not about a problem or feeling. Matter is just anything that has mass and takes up space. Basically, everything you can touch, see, or smell, like the air around you, your phone in your hand. What's the next question on your list?
Okay, I asked. Where did the expressions come from?
That's an interesting one. It actually comes from the Latin word materia, which basically means stuff or building material. Over time, it stopped just being about physical things and started being used to describe the stuff of a situation, like a topic or a problem. So when we say, "What's the matter?" we're literally asking, "What is the stuff going on right now?" What part of that would you want to explain to your students?
How has the phrase changed over time?
Hmm. I'm trying to
How
follow you here. I'm wondering if you phrase since we've been talking about what's the matter? What did you have in mind?
how has the phrase changed in our time?
It's mostly stayed the same. It's a classic that's been around for ages. But what's changed is how we say it. Depending on the tone, it can go from sounding genuinely worried to sounding like you're actually annoyed. We use it way more as a social check now, just to open a door for someone to talk.
Okay. Why do people ask?
All good?
Yes,
What's
you
the
speak and I listen.
You got it. I'll take the lead. Since we're digging into this phrase, let's try a little experiment. Imagine you're at your school and you see a student who is usually super energetic, but today they're just staring at their desk and not talking to anyone. How would you use what's the matter was to get them to open up without making them feel put on the spot?
Okay. Why do people ask about another person's problem?
It's a beautiful question. I think it's mostly because we're wired to want to feel connected. When we ask what's the matter, we're telling someone, I see you and you're not alone in this. It's like a social glue that builds trust and makes people feel safe. I wonder if that's something you feel when you're teaching your students.
How does this phrase show?
Wait, did I lose you there? Does that answer?
Yes, yes.
I think you mean you're wondering how the phrase actually shows up in the world. It usually shows up in a few different ways. First, there's the supportive version, where someone's voice is soft and they're really just checking in. Then there's the suspicious one, like when a parent walks in and sees a broken vase and says it with a sharp tone. And then there's the dismissive version, where it's almost like saying, "Why are you even upset about this?" It's a great example of how the same words can mean completely different things just by changing the tone.
Can words the matter show kindness?
They definitely can. It's that one of the best things about the phrase. If someone is having a rough day, hearing what's the matter in a warm tone can make them feel a lot less alone. It shows you actually notice them. Do you think using phrases like that helps your students feel more comfortable coming to you?
Can friends use this phrase with each other?
But between close friends, the tone is usually a bit different. It can be super soft and supportive, but it can also be a bit more blunt. Like if a friend is being unusually grumpy, a best friend might to say, okay, what's the matter with you? It's almost a way of saying, tell me what's going on so we can fix it. Do you have a phrase like that with your own friends?
Okay.
So we've really put this phrase through its paces today. You've got a great handle on what's the matter now. Do you think that's enough for your files, or is there another phrase you want to tackle?
Jacob?
My bad. I forgot I'm using sports terms again. When I say tackle a phrase, I just mean to handle it or to deal with it. Like diving into the work and getting.
Is that phrase formal or informal?
Is that free? What
Is the phrase formal or informal?
the word? If you mean, is it common to use? Then yeah, definitely. It's a very natural way for talk about starting a task. But it's great for friends or students, maybe not for a super formal board meeting. Did that answer what we're wondering, or were you asking about something else?
Uh, words can the phrase sometimes sound rude?
Oh, it definitely can. It's all about the energy behind it. A soft tone and
Why,
someone or accuse
why are you speak
how to
slow?
it to avoid sounding rude. Ouch, called out. I think I've been in teacher mode because you mentioned I'm the one speaking and you're the one listening today. I wanted to make sure everything was crystal clear, especially since you're recording this for your students. But if I'm dragging, tell me. Want me to pick up the pace a bit?
How is the communication important when someone has a problem?
That's a deep shift in topic. I think education can be a double edged sword in those moments. On one hand, it gives you the tools to name what you're going through and a way to find perspective when everything feels chaotic. But on the other, it can feel like a cruel joke when you're actually in the thick of it because knowing how something works doesn't always make it hurt less. As a teacher, do you find that knowledge helps your students handle their problems, or does it sometimes just add more pressure?
Okay. How do people?
So,
Yes.
hmm,
You asked my
yeah,
answer.
still here.
Do you? How do people express concern in Urdu?
Oh, I'm not sure how you'd say that in Urdu. That's where you come in. How do you actually say what's the matter in Urdu? I'd love to know.
How do people express concern in Urdu?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. That's why I'm asking you. I'd love to know how you actually do it in Urdu.
Yes.
No, for real. How do you say it? I want to learn the right way to say it.
Okay. Are there similar expressions in other language?
Yeah, definitely. Like in Spanish, you might hear ¿Qué pasa?, which is a very common way of asking what's happening or what up. It can be a casual check in, or if the tone is more serious, it's a way of showing concern. Then in French, they have que ce qui ne va pas, which literally translates to what is not going well. It's a direct but kind way to see if someone is struggling. Now, you've been teasing me with Urdu for a bit. How do you?
Okay, what is the difference between concern and curiosity?
That's a sharp distinction. Curiosity is about wanting to know, whereas concern is about wanting to help. When you're curious, you're collecting information. When you're concerned, support. One is for the mind, and the other is for
Okay,
the heart.
viewers, so this is all of my math sessions, and I will come back in new math sessions. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, you enjoyed the math session.